So yeah, let's talk about Mace Windu for a minute, because there's a whole lot of buzz out there and support for people who would like to see that he had survived the fall in episode 6, or episode 3 rather, duh. The Revenge of the Sith, and I would buy that. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you just came across something, right?
Yeah, I thought it was. I was cruising the interwebs and I saw something and I didn't want to click on it because I didn't have time for it. And I did just took a screenshot and Mace Windu set to return. And then Eric looks into it.
There's this website called Gaming Bible.
And it's about a new fucking comic book series. Who gives a shit?
And, no, the headline reads, "It's confirmed, Mace Windu returns in a new series." And you go read the article. And
Clickbait.
Yeah, it was clickbait, yeah, because the new series they were referring to was a comic book series, and it takes place before Order 66. So it's not really a return of Mace Windu the way it suggests, you know, and it's not in any kind of a live action or anything like that. It's not like Samuel L. Jackson's coming back to play it. It was just about a comic story that again takes place. And it involves Kit Fisto and Shaq T, who both went down to Order 66. So, it was just clickbait.
Pisses me off.
But there is...
That would have been cool.
A lot of
well, Star Wars Theory did.
And yeah.
Has a purple lightsaber light up in the end of episode 2.
Their Vader fan film.
Yeah.
It features Mace Windu. And I guess the next chapter of that is set to it's going to be out soon, and yeah, it's Mace Windu in that fan film,
so
which does take place after Order 66, and and even Samuel L. Jackson has expressed that he would come back and play it in a heartbeat if they'd have him. I don't think he would even care how bad the script was. He'd just do it just to do it.
Because that was punk ass how he died.
Yeah, what happened to him was
punk ass. Which is worse, him or Boba Fett?
Oh, dude!
We'll have to do a poll,
dude. Hey, that would be a good one to do as a poll. Who got shafted harder? Mace Windu or Boba Fett?
Or Star Wars fans when Disney bought it? Oh
yeah. But no.
So look for that poll from us real quick.
Yeah, we'll be putting that up. 'Cause, yeah. Anyway, I would buy that he would survive that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because who he was and how
and everybody else survives, and
I mean,
they survive more than the fucking X-Men,
right? Yeah, there's another can of worms right there. But no, I would buy that. I mean, if Darth Maul could survive being cut in half and falling down that shaft, as far as however deep it was, yeah, Mace Windu could have survived being hit by the Force lightning and sucked out a window. I mean, come on, man.
Or you know what would have been neat?
If nothing else, he could have softened the landing, you know, and he would, and he could have kept a low profile and avoided going down to Order 66.
And you know what would have been neat?
That happened before it was implemented, right?
Yes. If he showed up in Underworld.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude. Here we are writing for him again. Not even trying. I don't even got my pencil out or nothing.
Right?
And that's just off the top of my head after eating Taco Bell. So, sweet Jesus, what the fuck is Disney's problem? Why can't they rub two dicks together and get anything started? Oh, that's right. Because they can't.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, he could... He could have gotten off of Coruscant and gone someplace...
Yeah,
in the far corner of the outer rim, like Yoda did, and
Dagobah was mid rim.
Well, wherever it was, but it was a remote world that was a good place to hide.
Yeah,
you know, it was uninhabited, so it wasn't like the Empire was going to come occupy it or some shit. You know, And Mace Windu could very easily have done something similar,
Right?
and we could see what happened to him and where he ended up. Even if it was inhabited, he could have kept a low profile and nobody know who he was.
Exactly.
But been like the
Like pull off an Afro samurai sort of thing.
something like that, yeah, and even potentially be outed and have the Empire come after him and him get away again.
Yeah.
The further adventures of Mace Windu. Why not?
It's like it writes it fuck itself.
And Samuel L. Jackson would come back in a heartbeat to do it. So
And
why not?
heaven forbid Disney make any fucking money because, we got to have the Acolyte.
Right?
And we got to have the fucking Ahsoka show because Dave Filoni gave fucking KK a really good handy.
Whatever.
Ugh. Because the air in my mouth goes bad. Fuck.
But I mean, really, if you want to talk fan service the fans.
Yeah.
Give us something that we want to see.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of people who would love to see a Mace Windu.
Even though Sam Jackson has put his foot in his fucking mouth talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but
I guess he liked being in the minstrel show. But, whatever. That's his problem, not mine.
Hey, man. He probably had a lot of fun doing it. Had no idea what it was going to be when it was finished or whatever. Whatever, man. It's hard to see what you're doing when you're in it.
Don't I know? Oh, Lord.
But when you're in the process, that's
what happens when you take that left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah. Look at Ishtar.
Oh.
That's one of the prime examples.
We should watch that.
Oh, God. I don't want to suffer through that.
Wait. I suffered through, what was that one? Not the Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You got me there.
All right.
But no, Ishtar was one. I
heard.
remember directly. The cast of Ishtar issued a public apology after it released because it was so god awful, and they said something along the lines of, "Well, we didn't really realize it was going to be like that, and while we were doing it, it didn't seem like that while we were. It's hard to see, the big picture when you're in the middle of it like that, and that's just an example of how, you got these people doing this shit and they have no idea once it goes to post and edit and everything else that they're going to do to it, what the finished film is really going to be. So
getting back to Captain Windu.
I would not hate that.
In fact, he could even have, here, I'm writing for Disney again. You better fucking pay me. He could even get some of the old clone troopers.
Mm-hmm.
The retired clone troopers.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? It's so goddamn easy. See how easy it is to write?
It could even...
Fucking the Magic Cowboy could even use all of his crayons and write the script.
Oh, God, no, please not him.
I'm kidding.
Not.
Yeah. No, that's a bad idea.
He would want to put it in his Mandoverse and his animated live action bullshit and a
bunch of owls and wolves. Fuck all that.
No, I would rather see like something along the lines of like the Bad Batch.
No.
Right after the Empire is established and in the early years of the Empire, in that time frame.
Okay. But I think like somebody like Gillian. Tony, who's doing
Gilroy.
Yeah, Gilroy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's got that Rebels, Imperials,
and and it's not
time frame,
and it's not and it is not stark black and white. It is all fucking gray, and I love it.
Yes.
We're waiting for Andor season 2. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah. But yeah, God, even a cameo or a suggestion of him in that would.
Boy.
People would be creaming their jeans over it.
Right? That'd be fucking awesome.
There is a lot of buzz about cameos that we're going to get in this one, and they're keeping a tight lid on it. There's a lot of speculation Vader's going to pop up. That wouldn't surprise me.
That's predictable. That's a gimme. Come on.
Almost a given, yes.
Yeah, come on.
He was in Rogue One.
And Tarkin's probably going to show up.
I would
Maybe the
think so,
Emperor.
especially after the second trailer.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
when they're talking about the Death Star and what
yeah.
and they show
Totally, totally.
the total construction
Yeah.
of it, and
Maybe even Thrawn if he lost some weight. Oh, maybe they have just a different actor.
yeah, well, you know, they could always take some pounds off with CG, whatever.
Right?
But
It's
but
he
I
needs
mean,
to come back and be in the Star Wars universe. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Disney or Lucasfilms that they just fuck off things, and this totally throws apart the idea that Red Letter Media had when they did their prequel
mm-hmm,
violation,
mm-hmm.
where they talked about the only reason that that Sam Jackson was in it was because he was black and there was a bunch of black people. We need to get their money. What the hell? No. Sam Jackson's a good
Samuel
actor,
L. Jackson was in it because he's Samuel L. Jackson.
right?
That got nothing to do with the color of his skin.
Jesus Christ, huh?
And it was a dream come true,
right?
For to be a part of the new Star Wars.
And his only thing was
he didn't give a fuck what George Lucas had him play.
But he just wanted.
He said, "Oh, I want to." And you know what You know who Mace Windu is? The character. Mace Windu was in the first draft of the Star Wars screenplay.
Oh, yeah.
And was
Obi-Wan. Yeah, it was
more or less.
Yeah.
And he changed the name, but Mace Windu goes all the way back to the first draft of the Star Wars, and bringing him into the prequels like he did, and it was like
and his 2D animation version was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and so I think I think the potential of the character was unrealized in the prequels in general. He's supposed to be the battle master of the Jedi Order, and should have had the fight with Dooku.
Oh yeah,
instead of Yoda. In fact, that was like
Kenobi.
No, Yoda.
Oh no, yeah. I thought you said Grievous. Just never mind. Yeah.
No, he should have had the fight with Dooku.
Oh yeah, totally.
And there was even rumors that was going to be his fight, and I think they leaked that specifically so that
throw everybody off
to have the big surprise be that it be Yoda. Yoda shouldn't even have been on the battlefield.
Right?
Really.
Because Yoda being on the battlefield after he was questioning about all this stuff and brought into it about where's this planet, what's going on, and then it's like he doesn't have any questions about anything except he's just standing there at the Senate stroking his chin like, oh, maybe something's going on. Come on, what? That's fucking Yoda. It's not fucking. God, sorry.
Right.
That's my problem with the prequels. It's like the Jedi are not that fucking stupid.
750, 800-year-old Yoda
couldn't figure this fucking out.
Should not have been on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And barking orders. And no. I mean, in contrast to Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Who was the battle master.
Yeah.
He should have been in charge of that.
Absolutely.
And Yoda should have been back on Coruscant meditating on it and augmenting their efficiency in battle or monitoring it through the Force. Because, Yoda's the biggest pacifist in the Jedi Order.
Right? Oh, but then
the last one that you would have on the battlefield.
Oh, but then you can have stories where he's conflicted and blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. Because isn't that the great stuff that happened in Clone Wars? I'm just kidding.
I know it's George Lucas's thing and he's the guy, but I thought that was out of character for Yoda. Yeah. For him to actually be on the battlefield, barking orders, and actively involved in this first clone, trial battle.
Yeah.
Untested fucking troops that. And they take him in. I was like, yeah, the Jedi want to be there to watch the troops more than be involved in the battle necessarily, right?
Guardians of Peace and Justice in the Old Republic.
This untested army of clones that was produced under suspicious
At the very
circumstances.
least, yes.
I mean, all those things should have been investigated thoroughly.
Yeah.
Who the fuck really entered into this agreement with the Kaminoans? Because they, they signed or presented themselves as this Cypher Diaz,
Yeah.
who had just died. He was dead before the dates on the contracts or whatever.
Yeah.
So somebody clearly used his name. Fuck, man. Anyway, but Mace Windu should still be out there. And
somebody has to make it so.
If they do make it so, don't blow it and fuck it up.
Don't give it to the Magic Cowboy.
Don't let Dave Filoni get his hands on it. Give it to anybody else, man. Like Tony Gilroy, or even the guys from Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Anybody but Filoni.
So, tell us what you think. And with that, like, share, subscribe.